Question 3 on page 47 is saying that if we manufacture the same number of articles every day and 8 days after we start manufacturing, we're 100 articles short of our goal. And after 10 days, we haven't reached half of our goal, but we've surpassed our goal after 21 days. So if all these are true, how many articles do we make in a day? So to start, I'm going to say that X is equal to the number of articles we write in one day. And for now, I'm going to say that Y is our goal number of articles. So from this question, we can come up with some equations and inequalities that we can then solve. So the first one I'm going to write is the statement that 8 days after we started manufacturing the articles, we were 100 articles short of our goal. So this is saying that after 8 days of manufacturing X articles per day, our goal Y were 100 less than our goal. So our goal minus 100 is equal to how many articles we've manufactured so far. So if we solve this for Y, we're going to add 100 to both sides. And this is going to give us 8x plus 100 equals our goal Y. So this is an expression for Y in terms of X, and this is going to be helpful later on when we write our other expressions. So let's move on to the next statement. The question says that even though we had not reached half of the intended number after 10 days, so after 10 days, we're not even at half of our goal. So this is saying that at 10 days of writing X articles per day, so 10X, we are less than our goal divided by 2. So that's what we're saying here. And what we want to do, actually we're going to come back to that later, sorry. So let's move on to our third statement, where we're saying that after 21 days, we've surpassed our goal. So this is saying that 21 times X is now greater than our goal, which is Y. So now we have two inequalities, and we want to figure out what X is from these inequalities. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the inequality on the left, and I'm going to replace Y with our expression in terms of X. So we have 10X is less than Y, which is 8X plus 100, and all that over 2. So now we can solve for X in this case. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. Sorry, that's a bit squished there. And what I get is 20x is less than, cancels out, we have 8x plus 100. So in this case, I've multiplied by a positive 2, and I keep my inequality sign the same, but if it was negative 2, you remember that we would have to switch the inequality sign. So I'm going to combine my x terms. I'm going to move the 8x over. And this is going to give me 12x is less than 100. And if I divide by 12 on both sides, I get x is less than 100 over 12 can be simplified down to 25 over 3. I'm just going to leave this like this fraction for now. I'll come back to that. Let's move on to the second inequality. Again, I'm going to substitute my expression for y. So if 21x is greater than 8x plus 100, move the 8x over. So 21 minus 8 is 13, so if 13x is greater than 100, dividing by 13 on both sides, I get x is greater than, I'm going to leave this as 100 over 13. It's my fraction. So from these two inequalities, what I get is that x has to be greater than 100 over 13 and less than 25 over 3, or we'll just put this as 100 over 12. And so we know x has to be in between these two numbers, and if we evaluate these fractions out and turn them into a decimal, we get, I'm just going to round on this side. I'm rounding to 7.69. X is greater than 7.69 and less than, this turns out to be 8.3 repeating. So we can see that we have some nasty decimals here, but if we assume that we're writing an even number, or a whole number, sorry, of articles per day, we can see that x has to be equal to 8. So we're writing 8 articles per day, and that satisfies all the statements that we've made in this question.